What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Gaia. His name is Kimo. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Muranos. Get it? Because it's more, but it's also Uranus. But he's playing Zeus today. Gaia versus Zeus. What a time to be alive. The map is painted desert. This is not a matchup that I enjoy at all for Kimo. Now, the problem here for, essentially the problem here for Gaia is that Centaur, against Zeus, is that Centaur run an absolute riot on Gaia. Absolute riot. And also the early heroes can be a big, big mission to deal with. Now, the thing is, though, and this is something that I would like to see changed on Voobly for the Atlantean players. I'd like to see just their Oracle scouts reduce their cost to turn to heroes to, what is it? I can't remember. 35 food, 45 gold, I think. And that way, Atlantean can defend against the early Greek pressure of the hero of the double hero by making their oracles into hero oracles manually, and you can cut hand axe and pickaxe in order to make this work and be completely fine. But that only really works on extended edition. On Voobly, it's a big problem because they cost a lot more. I can't remember exactly what they cost because for some reason Titans decided that it wasn't, or Ensemble Studios decided it wasn't worth it to tell me in the tooltip what it costs to make a hero. Can I check? Can I check here? Oracle hero? No, it doesn't tell me anywhere what they cost unless I'm playing them. Big letdown. But more is playing Zeus. We haven't seen more Zeus very often. He's definitely an Atlantean main here. And we see him actually grabbing 100 gold and then taking everything off of gold. This is indicating to me that either Moore wants to go for a super aggressive Athena rush, or he simply just wants to throw down a temple and get a very fast classical age and make Centaur very quickly. But these villagers just a little bit confused about what they want to be doing in this game for some reason. And the temple is forward. So this is going to be, I mean, it could still be Centaur. Building the temple this far forward could still be Centaur. He just has to send some villagers forward. Let's see, does Kimo know about this or not? The Oracle may spot this here as the range is probably, or maybe it's not. It's close. Very close. If I had to take a guess, I'd say he will see it. But this is going to be a very fast advance time here from Moore. And there's the... he's going Hermes. He's going Hermes. He builds the forward temple, potentially to fake an Athena rush. Goes with Hermes. And then what? Does he take a bunch of these villagers off? He is taking a bunch of these villagers off. Send them over to wood. He's only got one villager on favor, though. What's the point? I'm so confused. This is some new, some very new build order shenanigans here from Moore. We'll see if it works out for him. Kimo's just about to click up, a little bit delayed here. He must have forgotten the house in this game. Does he get economic upgrades? He does have hand axe and pickaxe. So a little bit delayed hand axe pickaxe early. So he's going to have a little bit more resources to play with. Now, Gaia does have access to the automatons, which can be very useful against the Centaur, because the Centaur, they can't really one hit the automaton without, I think you need like 4 or 5 of them or something to really match, to one hit the automatons. And if the Centaur come in and shoot them, they can just retreat back and heal themselves back up. We do see an archery range coming up. What? He sees the temple. He doesn't know there's an archery range. Moore is going for what? This is some next level Zeus play. He's going to get housed as well. There's the house coming up, so he should be fine for the house. This is some next level Zeus play. We see the Gaia Forest coming down by Kimo, going to be trying to block in this gold mine as the centaur is hopping in here, going to be trying to get an attack. Oh, he tries to quick juke the centaur shot there, but he ends up taking it anyways as the arrow sort of tracks down 100% of the time. So if it's in the air, it will hit it. But if the villager jumps into the mana, it'll miss. But if it pops back out, it's still going to hit. Now we see the Odysseus coming in, going to be dealing a lot more damage. This citizen needs to get away from here, and Kimo has to figure out a different place to really do anything. We see these villagers trying to gather gold yet again. Going to be garrisoning those villagers. There goes the spider egg, but the spider egg is going to get picked off very, very quickly here. In fact, I think one of them only was spawned in this position, and now the Toxotes coming in here is just going to be spamming Centaur Toxote in this game. We see the watchtowers is up, one Toxote down. Kataskopos checking out this gold mine, not going to be allowing that one for the time being here. And Kimo has got villagers that have snuck over onto this location here. We see a bolt there onto one of those units, onto the automatons here that were going for some raids into this forward build. And that's going to hurt a lot because Kimo needs at least one up to repair that. We could try and send another automaton there and get that back, but Kimo is very much struggling to get this gold economy going. He's got two of these Murmillo here, and what he really needs, or throwing away Toxo, is not what you want, but he really needs Hero Murmillo, which he's gonna move forward, gonna force these Centaur back here, and the Odysseus is gonna be running away as well, as these Murmillo just gonna be chasing down these units as best as he can, taking down the Toxote here. Forcing that Odysseus to miss just a little bit. Oh, and he's going to lose one of those Murmillo. The Murmillo hero is only moving 4.8 speed as Gaia instead of the 5 point whatever speed it is for the Uranus Murmillo heroes. And now the units coming back in onto this location here. More doing fine on the economy here. Kimo needs to spend some resources. What's he going to try? Maybe he could get crenellations. That way the Centaur just get pushed back a little bit harder. Make sure they get hit when they're moving in. This villager gets sniped there as Kimo not quite quick enough to deal with that one. These villagers dropping out of there as the Jason coming over onto this location here. And Kimo's he's starting to get up the counter barracks. And I think that Kimo may be able to defend this. Now, the big thing here is that if Moore doesn't really win this right now, Kimo can definitely mount a big comeback, especially maybe like some spider eggs over here, getting out everything else. He can definitely drop these villagers out on the top side and start mining that gold mine if he so chooses. I think potentially another villager died, or that might just be the first one there, but definitely feels bad to be a villager here. As the Terma coming out, going to be attempting to snipe some of those Toxotes. Nice micro on the tower there. And there is the hero Terma popping out for Kimo. He's going to be attempting to snipe some of these Centaur, but he's just getting a little bit unlucky with the javelin throws here. Retreating back, staying alive at 1 HP. Nope, does end up falling there. It's a lot of resources there falling for Kimo. He's just consistently just building one or two heroes as he's definitely attempting to hold on to this location. We do see this hyena getting taken out. Unfortunately, the hero Murmillo gets taken out first, which means the villagers have to get pushed back. Not quite enough resources right here for Kimo to be making a hero Terma, though. It would be very, very nice if he could. These villagers should make it back into the watchtower. We do see another spider egg coming up here. A little bit defensive. I'm not sure the Toxote is going to quite walk into them or not. But these are very low units over here at this point, and now the villagers, or citizen I should say, of Kimo have made it back into the base. This villager here could sneak this gold mine if he wants to try as well, as he's got the idle villager over there. Kind of a lot of idle villagers in his base for the time being here. Now we've got more making his way around, looking for something to do. See the Terma falling over here. A couple of dead units here as well. Gaia Forest coming up for Kimo as well, just on the back foot here, just to make sure he's got a little bit more resource. But that's all of his Gaia Forest gone here. And now one thing you probably should start doing as Gaia is holding onto your final Gaia Forest. And the reason for this is Tartarian Gate plus Gaia Forest is very, very strong because you can wedge your Titan Gate up next to a tree line, and then you can put Gaia Forest around it, and then there's very little way for your opponent to take it down with villagers. And even like a Colossus or anything might not be able to get in there. We see a second town center coming down for more. So it's one of those little cheesy things, maybe not even cheesy, but probably like you should do this if you're playing Gaia. We see Centaur comes in, and we do see a ceasefire here for Moore. Is very much out of position with these Centaur. He needs to start thinking about cutting Centaur and getting Sylvan Law. Lots of villagers onto this town center, onto this temple now. 6 here, so he's definitely trying to get that up, and you can see the macro here from Moore, 900 gold in the bank. This is so what happens when you put so many hours into playing Atlantean. It's very, very tough to play these Nilla economies well, because Atlantean economy is very, very different to these Nilla civilizations. And there's the town center up, and Kimo just hanging out in the middle of the map now. Kind of ready to start fighting. With those more automatons out, he might be able to take this fight here. We do see Sylvan Law coming through. This takes 40 seconds to research, so it's probably not going to be up in time for a fight. We see a house coming up over here for more, as Kimo just pushing forward, just threatening to fight this location here. And I think Moore probably does win this fight, especially if Sylvan Law pops at any point here. But there's the ceasefire gone. The Term are going to do a ton of damage to those Toxotes. The Hero Mamilo chasing down the Centaur here, and Moore just hoping and waiting for this Sylvan Law to come through. And there's Sylvan Law now ready to start fighting here. Big micro here on the Hippocon here pulling away. We see the the Centaur coming in, sniping one of those Mermillo there. Nice micro from Moore, but all of those Toxotes do fall. The Hero Mermillo pushing in, going to be going on to those Centaur there, but looks like most of those Mermillo heroes have been sniped. We're seeing more Hero Terma getting built, and there is the Spider Egg going down in this location. Moore has to retreat, but he is 2 town centers now, so his economy is going to start getting bigger and bigger. However, the problem for Moore is definitely going to be the farm transition. He's got no food in these chickens basically left. He's got 1 goat and 12 villagers on wood. So he's going to have to cut building Toxotes, cut building Centaur. These villagers all here probably going to die as Kimo pushes them off of this temple here. And Moore in a very tough position now, as Kimo seemingly made that defense look ridiculously easy. These villagers making a break for this town center. A couple of them will live. Kimo now getting 1 town center. It might be worthwhile Kimo grabbing his 3rd town center as well. As he set up the farms, he doesn't have to worry about food situation like Moore does. So get 3 town centers, spam the villagers out. Doesn't need to keep building those military units so much. He's got the military advantage. He can just threaten different areas on the field. We do see the a cheeky hero citizen here. Builds the hero citizen to keep the dream alive, the town center dream alive here. And this Centaur will get away with 10 HP as Moore is now starting to build units that more look like the units you want to take into battle against an Aranos player. Nice little snipe here from Moore with this Centaur. Gets a lot of damage onto these 2 Mermillo, but does not quite manage to pick them off. The hero's out yet again for Moore. Kimo's fine with that. Happily still pushing in. Just needs to hit these Centaur a little bit around with those heroes, but making 1 hero Mermillo and then deciding to retreat. Still no... Oh, there's the 3rd town center starting to come up now. Though there's villager not coming over. I mean, he's built, he started, he wants it, but he just hasn't... He hasn't sent anything over there just yet. There's the town center coming up. It's finished for Kimo, starting to spam those villagers out. Happily still fighting here. I mean, if I'm Gaia here and I feel like I've got the map control, I've got my town centers, I don't want to fight anymore on the classical age. I want to get to the heroic age. Get out Dryads. Get out Arcus. and get our Murmillo and Destroyers. Those are the units that I want in this situation here. Don't really want to fight this sort of army with Terma anymore. So the fact that Kimo is trying to engage at this point is definitely a mistake here, as now Moore going to be checking this town center up, sees Kimo not grabbing that one, but he might be able to snipe a villager over here as the hero Murmillo coming over. He does garrison beautifully here. And surely Kimo is going to be attempting to get to the next age. Does he have these upgrades? He's got... Yes, he does. He's got flood control. So Gaia on Voobly, this is Voobly exclusive, does not work on extended edition. But Gaia on Voobly does have access to all the line upgrades in the Archaic Age, similar to how Thor has access to all of the armory upgrades in the Archaic Age. Yes, so he's grabbed flood control in the classical age, which is going to give him a ton of resources. But now the hoplites moving in onto this town center. Kimo forced to fight here as these hoplites doing a ton of damage. But maybe Kimo's fine with this. He's trying to repair this. He doesn't have masons. And it looks as if this town center will go down. But Kimo's already gotten a couple of villages out of this big raid coming in with the center. And Moore is controlling this nicely, though, as now Kimo has to retreat away. These villagers going to have to retreat away as well. The Mamilla here is trying to chase these centaur down. They're just running around like crazy horses doing their thing. Now Moore still pushing through, dealing tons of damage to Kimo. Ballista in the back, going to be helping out a lot against those hoplites. But just imagine, instead of spamming all these units, Kimo just went heroic age. Could have sacked this town center and been completely fine, grabbing this one. He's going to be able to get to the heroic age very, very soon now. What's Moore doing? He's starting to get his farms up. He's got 3 town centers. This does provide Kimo with a big opportunity to hit timing pushes against the Zeus here of Moore. So we'll see if he's going to be able to do anything. We see these centaur moving around yet again. 5 centaur are kind of enough to one-hit a citizen here, as you do see him going after those citizen there. He does get the garrison here. The hero are coming in for Kimo, as Moore going to have to retreat away from them. We're seeing some Hippocon now coming over onto this town center, going to attempt to deny that one here, as we do probably see Kimo going heroic age. Oh, no, he doesn't have the gold. Going to attempt to get this town center up as fast as he possibly can. It's at 1800, 1900. The Hippocon come in. They're going to start hitting it, and they do start hitting it. Is it enough to deny this town center? It doesn't. It does look like it is. The town center denied yet again by Moore. Really nice play here from Moore. The units over here from Kimo trying to hold on in this location here, but it looks as if Moore has this one sort of on lock. Starting to see some Murmillo coming over here to help put a stop to this cheeky Hippocon raid from Moore. As most of these Hippocon will probably fall here as the town center comes out now. We've got the centaur swinging around yet again. We still have 6 centaur here for Moore. And maybe Kimo can start thinking about getting this town center back up, or try to throw up a watchtower over here. That's probably not going to go up anytime soon. And the centaur do come in, snipe one citizen, but the hero Murmillo push them back. And the question really is, will Moore be able to be in the heroic age anytime soon? Is he trying to? He's trying to take the town center. I think this mana might prevent him from building on it.
Πρόσεχε.
Not sure.
Έτοιμη.
Πρόσεχε.
Yeah, he can't build on it. Cannot build on it. He has to pick off the mana. This is also another 5.0 exclusive change. The Gaia Lush is slightly bigger. I believe it is about this much bigger on Voobly than it is on 4.0. So that's helping out Kimo a little bit as well. But honestly, Moore should just go Heroic Age, Mythic Age here. And Kimo should be... He's already gone Heroic Age, but Kimo should go Heroic Age and then Mythic Age himself. Military barracks coming down for Kimo. See the farm getting sniped here. It's 200 wood. Worth taking it down. Nice snipe there onto the citizen yet again. Possibly going to pick off one of those centaur. He gets one of them, but not two of them. And there goes the manor. Watchtower up. They are coming through now. The Stymphalian birds will be able to start being spammed for Kimo. He doesn't really have the favor. Only 12 favor in the bank. These Stymphalian birds are really, really good against the centaur. And the watchtower coming up. As Kimo's just hanging around. There's the very interesting Hesperid's tree here from Kimo. And he throws up a palace here. He's also got quarry already, so his gold economy is just going to be coming through incredibly quickly. Kimo just says, I don't care. I'm just going to push through, kill off that watchtower, and then I'll start fighting you. We see any dryads popping out here for Kimo. Not just yet. But now the thing is, you have to remember, dryads are effectively 3 population myth units. So they push her over the population by 15. So their population right now is equal. 3 town centers apiece. It's just that he needs to get the dryads out. And the thing about Zeus is he doesn't have that much economy. I mean, that many heroes, but he does have an underworld passage here. Where is he going with this underworld? Hello? Well, while that's all going on, he did hit a big raid over on this side and pick off 1 citizen. So the distraction there helped out quite a bit, I think. But now more fortified town centers, market coming up. And the fortress is up, but the fortress is down. The village is going to fall as well. And now Kimo's in a really, really good position here. A really, really good position. He should be able to go either grab this town center for himself, which he's going to go for, and then maybe go Mythic Age. More probably should hit... Oh, God, he's going Hera. He's going Hera. I was going to say more probably should go Hephaestus now. The game's kind of even, so you have to sort of pull back and then get Myrmidon out and try and win late game Zeus versus Gaia, which is not that easy. Because Gaia's definitely got the strongest late game of the Atlanteans, with Gaia Lush, with the market, with the llama caravan being cheaper and moving faster with channels. I believe channels works on all civilian units. If I could find it anywhere. No. Channels. Oh, it's just citizen movement speed. On Voobly, it's caravan move speed as well. Now we see a destroyer push now onto Moore's back town center. The split here is going to be painful for Moore to deal with as well, because the army is very, very split up. Kimo almost Mythic Age as well. No, he's a little bit short on the gold. And he is going to be running out of gold fairly soon. It's 1,100 gold. He's walled in over here. The towers are up on this side. He's got 1,400 gold over there as well. We've got a palace coming up on this location, but the citizen was sniped. Kimo's at 110 population compared to Moore, who's at 138 population. We're starting to see, of all units, Manticore being built. Now, Manticore can be very threatening when on mass, but they need to be defended. But there's the Hera, and will we see the Lightning Storm? The Lightning Storm does come down, but there's so many destroyers out. There's Dryads out, so this is not going to do as much damage as you would think here. We see the Medusa coming in, sniping one of those destroyers. More at 142 population. Akimo's 79. I take it all back. That Lightning Storm's completely destroyed Kimo there. Meanwhile, we got the Centaur pushing in, forcing Kimo back. As he is not going to get this town center up at all. The hero Arcus hitting the Medusa here going to be able to snipe that one down before it's too late? Nope. The Medusa gets another pick off here. Probably worth bringing this one back and getting the Temple of Healing. Is that what it's called? Or it's called Oracle? I always get it confused. Temple of Healing. But the Medusa does fall here. And the Manticore in the back getting sniped. And Kimo's economy is just so big. I mean, if we check out the economy here, just quickly, you'll notice that I thought it would have been bigger for Kimo, just because of all the economic upgrades. But the damage that Moore's done this game has been quite substantial here. Oh, they do get the bonus speed. Channels does make Llama Caravans move faster. There you go. So that's why Llama Caravans OP. Moving at 4.56 speed in the heroic age. It's good. Now Kimo pushing back in. He's going to pull back home. Nope, still happy to fight this one. Oh, Bellerophon coming in. Now these Dryads are a little bit less threatening. Finally, the Spider Lair coming into play here. Picks off a ton of those high-value Hippocon there. Really nice play from Kimo to force the units back into that location that the Centaur are going to be going after Llama Caravans, it looks like. And the Bellerophon just moving around, dodging the Arcus here. Kimo not quite paying attention as his Arcus chasing the Bellerophon around. And the Bellerophon yet again dodging. Just running straight in front of the Arcus, doesn't care. Dodging most of the arrows, pulling back. But Moore is like full population on the villages. He doesn't have irrigation or flood control, which is a big problem. He does have a good amount of food, but he's not really building any trade, which he's going to be needing to stay in front here. As Kimo's still in front on the economy. He's just lost a lot more units than Moore has, but it doesn't matter because that's kind of how Atlantean works. Someone needs to time Matrius out. He's trying to suggest that Bellerophon is not as strong as Polyphemus. Polyphemus literally one-bangs the Earth Dragon. He completely breaks Mythic Age God power. Exactly. Bellerophon coming back out, going to be hitting some of these villages over here. A couple of very low HP Kimo Citizen. He does manage to jump in, pick off one, pick off two. And Moore now bringing the Bellerophon back into the fight to help out. Centaur come over here trying to pick off Citizen that are doing nothing. Good. And honestly, somehow Kimo's got like the map control advantage and Moore's full population, but I don't know like, what he's really doing with it all. He doesn't have any upgrades. Aye. Making the Medusa though. I do love me some Medusa spam. I feel like Medusa are one of the most underutilized myth units in the game. Obviously because normally the game's over. Kimo with the micro. He saves the Citizen. He saves the Citizen. And then the Citizen gets taken out by the Bellerophon. Maybe. Actually, yeah. And after all of that, dead. Now the Medusa raids. Oh my god, it's so... Look at it, he's just walking around. He's sniping Citizen with the Medusa. He doesn't even care. He's just walking around. Oh no, Kimo. He's starting the villager production. He's down to one villager on food. The Medusa can one-hit Citizen. Oh. This is what happens when you put an Uranos main or an Atlantean main up on the other civs. They go for some funny stuff. They're like, man, if anyone did this to me, it would be broken, right? Now the hero is coming in to clean these Medusa up. And that's kind of just it, isn't it? Didn't realize we had an observer in this game, so let's turn that on. Oh. Oh, God. And we're seeing more just hanging out in the back of Kimo's base, stopping the trade route, kind of. I mean, he's not really. He needs to move these units over. But a lot of idle population here. Citizen getting sniped down here. It's Kimo still trying to get back into the game here. And look at Kimo's villages. He's down to 15. Normally you're at 20. Normally you're at 25 villages. Kimo still trying to get this town center back up, but yeah, Medusa might come in and snipe that one yet again. As he will come in. Yep, moves in, snipe one. No, not paying attention. There he goes. One dead, and the town center is going to get up, though. That's finally a third town center up for Kimo. I think that's the first time this game. So he's going to... Or maybe it is? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. These units over here slowly getting cleaned up by Kimo. And now Moore has to think about the next thing he wants to...
Έτοιμος.
He's just not building units. He doesn't... What is this game? Oh, golly gosh. I just don't know. Villagers getting sniped. This is actually kind of good for Moore because he's overpopulated on the economy. See a fortress coming up. And Kimo is probably going to win this game at the end of this. Moore is just trolling way too hard. Though I think the Medusa raid was good. If he just like built some units now, he'd probably be fine. The raids from Kimo pushing in. Looks like this town center may actually go down as well. We're starting to see Kimo moving forward with military barracks. And the thing is, if you lose your town center against Gaia, there's a high chance you're not getting it back. Because you can just come forward and put a barracks here, and then you can't build it until you kill the barracks. If you have to kill the barracks and there's an army there, it's tough. We see the Odysseus getting sniped down. Dryads coming through for Kimo. 160 population. He's got a lot of archers here. I think he's still in the heroic age. Yeah. Still in the heroic age. So there'll be a Titan, a mythic age coming fairly soon. We've got some of those Hypaspis coming forward, even a Heliopolis for more. Just trying to make those OP Heliopolis to push through the Arcus. You can't let the town center go down. The citizen is ready to go. Hero the citizen and you make the guy lush on the town center. Bunch of donkey caravans falling on the front as well. I don't think there's even... Yeah, there's not even masons or architects. So this town center falls. Citizen will move forward and chuck a building up, surely. And now Kimo's just 3 town centers. And Moore's 2 town centers. And even though Kimo's still only in the heroic age, and with only 16 villages or citizen, he's completely fine here. He can't really lose. If he loses his army, it's kind of bad. Now, Kimo's got this 1 citizen here. Is he going for the town center? He's building up. Or doesn't matter. Gets the town, going for the town center. It's dangerous because all the Heliopolis and the lack of units that deal with the Heliopolis. And the donkey caravan falling over here. But Moore's sort of out of resources. He's currently got his donkey caravans running to his middle town center. He's grabbing gold up here. He's not putting any pressure anywhere else. Starting to fake Centaur again, maybe going for some more raids. But this town center might go up. There's still all of these Heliopolis here, though, and really no answer for this. We see a temple coming up for more. Bellerophon going to come in and snipe this citizen here. Which is why he probably should have just built a barracks here to prevent this from going up. But Kimo was slowly pushing forward. And there's the town center getting denied. Maybe Kimo can go Mythic Age fairly soon. I mean, he's basically just pure llama caravans at this point. 47 gold a trip, not very much. Another military barracks coming up on the front as Kimo's military barracks going down. They do have like a slight healing speed if you were unaware. Gaia's buildings do heal themselves. So Bellerophon coming in, gonna just snipe these myth units before running around in circles. I mean, for some reason, Kimo's just consistently building these archers. He could just get medium cavalry here and heavy cavalry here and make some Contarius. And they'll be easily able to deal with the Heliopolis, Peltast, Capaspist army here. The champion archers coming through for more now. As he's just trying to push back. These Peltasts do a good amount of damage, but they get sniped off so fast. A change I'd like to see for the Peltasts is just to give them 30% pierce armor. 30% base pierce armor. I think that would be a good change for the Peltast. That'd probably make him usable. Small buff. Small buff. I've got towers coming up for more. There's just so many Heliopolis. You sort of need to mix in Myrmidon with the Heliopolis. Talked about it before, but like kind of the strongest unit comp in the game is kind of just pure Myrmidon Heliopolis. The Heliopolis goes down. More retreating a little bit. And he does get some guard towers up, so those are going to help out a lot. Atlas coming through, though, for Kimo. Not going for Hecate. A little bit surprised about that, but maybe the implode will be helpful. He doesn't really need anything that Atlas gives him, whereas Hecate's going to give him at least a distraction over here so he can try and grab this town center. Bellerophon just running by. And finally some Contarius coming out. Oh, living the dream. And Heliopolis pushing forward, going to try and take down these forward barracks to allow him to grab himself this town center back. Maybe more can mount a comeback here. And if you're looking at the score and trying to judge who's in front here, I mean, you only really need to look at the resources here to just go, maybe it's not so accurate. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. Military-wise, killed, lost, is pretty close. And it's all very, very close. More does have more upgrades, but this is kind of just how the Gaia works. Wait, what was that? I heard a ding ding. What's the plan here? This is not in range of a town center. Just a waste of resource, a population that you much needed population. Now more slowly able to push back through this, but Kimo will get his Atlas out. We'll be able to implode this location. There he goes, chucking it down. There's not a lot of units here for more, but it will be able to help take down these towers for sure. Maybe take him down. I'm always confused about the amount of damage that the implode does. It picks up 2. Almost picks up the temple. That's no damage to this. How much is that? 850, 850. Can't do the math. 1700. Who knows? Champion Peltast. Feeling great. These Heliopolis are just kind of all you need. Now I got the Argus coming, gonna get sniped very quickly. Kimo's just happily spamming. I don't think he's even full villagers. 22 of 23, yeah. Oh, sorry, 22 of 25. 23 caravans, though. Palace up. Now we're going to start seeing the fire siphon coming forward. As Kimo is happily in control. It looks like champion units out. Armoring upgrades. He's got decent armor. Just copper armor here. Moore's got copper with iron shields. It does not look as if Moore is going to be able to hold on to this location. I mean, Kimo grabbing Titan Shield straight away. Titan Shield gives your buildings extra armor and extra HP, I think. Let me just see. It's just hack and crush vulnerability. So, or less hack and crush vulnerability, I should say. And now it is as if Moore has been destroyed. Kimo somehow managing to hold on after all of that, all those raids. And there's really just no try at pushing through here and just making Kimo split his army up. It's just spamming on one location, both players, and Kimo is more than happy to just slow push this, I think. Given he's got the town center advantage, he's going to start getting the armory upgrades. He's got bronze shields coming through. Still not really able to deal with these Heliopolis, and he does have Contarius coming out now, so that's going to be a big help with the heavy Contarius. Bellerophon coming back in yet again to help out. And it does not look good for Moore at all, as he's still trying to micro this Bellerophon a little bit. He's kind of pushing back. He's finally starting to make some Myrmidon. That could be a tide shifter here. I think that the economy from Kimo is too set up here, so every single time he's picking up a unit, units are just popping back out. Now Kimo throwing up another palace, just slowly pushing in. Might be worth to throw up some towers here as well if he could afford it. He can. He's got a lot of gold in the bank. Walls up just pretty brutally here from Kimo. He could wall even closer here and here, right? If he wanted to. And Gaia does have the speedier villagers, so it is a lot easier to hit those. And now we're going to start seeing Kimo grabbing this town center. He could put another villager over here if he wanted to. Heroize the citizen as well. Oh, more with the sneaky villagers here. Did he just walk around the side? I think he did. Just walks straight around, sneaks in. We'll see if this is going to amount to anything. He needs, these are Titan Shield, Masons, fortified town centers. So he's going to need probably 15 hoplites or Myrmidon or something. And he just doesn't really have that many resources at all. Trying to throw a market down over here. Get his trade to start again. Just imagine if he had Underworld, hey? Double palace up, and we've got Fanatics coming out now. Fanatics are definitely very scary here. The fourth town center is going to be a lot to deal with, because Kimo's still got a ton of resources in the bank. And Kimo's town center does get up here, as he is well in control of this game. But Moore does have this cheeky option here. He's making Myrmidon, he's making hoplites. How much population in the bank? He's got a lot of population here to make this work. But I wonder if, even if he takes it down, it's going to be enough, because he's going to lose this hometown center, it looks like. Which is really not that much food here. And Moore's got no resources in the bank at all. Only 44 villagers. 4 Myrmidon. About to be 4 hoplites. You probably think about going now. Does he have champion? He's got heavy. It probably takes it down. We've got architects coming through for Kimo as well. He just doesn't let up. Just slowly pushing through. There is really no defenses here. There are a couple of buildings, but Kimo is spending all of his resources. Here come the military units for more. He's just trying to take down this town center, but he also has to take down the manor if he wants to do anything here. A couple more units popping out here for more, but Kimo's moving in with the guard tower. Going to be attempting to hold on to this town center here for as long as he can. But now we've got Fire Siphon out for Kimo, and this push is going to be absolutely brutal. And Moore does end up tapping out in the 41st minute of this game. As Kimo, like, the pressure that Moore put on was so much, but the trolling was just out of this world. I think Moore just thought he was so far in front, but he really wasn't. Gaia has a really strong heroic age and against Zeus, and you got to be really careful. If Moore just goes Hephaestus here, I think the economic boost that he gets from Plentyvault basically means he just never loses this game in that position that he was in. But he doesn't go for that. Instead, he goes for Hera, and the Hera helped out a lot, but he just wasn't able to secure this town center here. He put a lot of effort into it, even underworlding here to make a distraction so that the fortress could go up. The fortress went down instantly, and it was just not spending resources on the economy well. You see the irrigation, no flood control. There's a point where he was at plow, hand axe, pickaxe very late in the game, and it just wasn't there for him, even though he has all the unit killed. Even has the economic advantage for a little bit in the late game here. If we just check that out, you see for all of this time, Moore is in front. If you're in front of the Gaia player in resources, normally you're winning, but it just wasn't enough. And Kimo takes the game. GG, well played. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. It's the purple button just down below the video. And if you're on the Twitch, hit that subscribe button, which is the red button below the video. And I'll see you guys in the next